I see you here with your device. Can you tell me what is it?
Okay, basically, it's a dehumidifier that turns solar power and sunlight into cold air, which changes the moisture in the air into drinking water.
And why did you invent it?
Because water is a huge problem. There's millions and millions and millions of people on the planet who have no water and they're dying, or they have polluted water because there's no infrastructure and they're also dying and getting sick. And no one is building the infrastructure and no one has thought of a way to bring them a constant source of water.
And so for places like Haiti or in some places like Syria where they're in tents, would this be something that they could use, and how could they use this?
Well, as I said, this makes water out of solar power and battery power, so it's very portable. Produces at least 20 litres a day, and when you've made enough water, you've also got the solar power and battery power for other uses.
Other uses such as what could you use? What could this generate for, say, to use to do what?
You can boil water with it. You can run an electric cooktop and cook your food. You can boil water and wash yourself. You can clean your clothes. There are so many uses for the electrical energy and the water together. And you can also use it to keep your food fresh longer, because it's generated water, the water is cold, you can put your food in there, and it's going to last a couple of days longer than if you had no fridge.
And how does it make water?
What it does, it cools the air inside the box. So the cooler air inside the box turns the moisture in the air into dew, turns the moisture in the air into dew, the dew drips down, creates water, and then fills up inside the box.
So is there water in there now? Did that generate that?
Yes. This is water that I generated before, but I've been carrying it around and I've tipped most of it out.
And so how much water do you think you could generate? And how long would that take?
Okay. Now, generating water is a factor of two things: the humidity in the air and the temperature. So to generate water, you have to get the temperature in the box 14 degrees below the outside temperature.
Is that difficult? Can any person just do that?
Not unless you make one of these. So you have to have a refrigeration unit. Now this refrigeration unit will get to about 4 below zero. So if it's 15 degrees, if it's 45 degrees, this is always going to be cold enough to make icy cold water. And not only that, it's going to make icy cold water. So just say you're in the desert and it's 46 degrees, but it's 4 degrees below here and only 8% humidity. Because it is so much colder, it generates water faster even though there's less humidity. But if it's 25 degrees and 25% humidity, it's still going to generate water at around the same level because the temperature is different.
So what can you do with this box?
As I said, you produce water, and when you're not producing water to drink, you're cooling food inside it, you're using the electrical energy to cook food, you're using it to boil water, you're using the electrical energy for anything, because you're probably going to be making a surplus of water. And these people don't have that. They don't have any water, or if they have water, it's so filthy, it's killing them.
So can you basically cook, clean, and utilize that water on a daily basis from the solar energy that you're creating out of the box?
Every single day. Every single day.
And you don't have to plug this box in. This box is basically electricity and water together.
Yes.
Self-generating.
Self-generating.
So what does your crowdfunding page going to enable you to do with this?
One, This is a prototype design. It's going to make a much sleeker design. Now this one... is
Sleeker
made-
in what sense?
Well, look, I've made this myself. It's out of the box. There's wires coming out of it. It's not dangerous. I know how to use it, but I'm not going to give this to an African. I'm going to give an African a sealed box that just has a battery on it and a solar unit and a tap so they can take the water out. They could be able to take the lid off it and put things inside it, but there won't be wires coming out. There won't be all this. This is running off an AC unit for people who live in the Western world and just want pure, clean drinking water. Now, so it can run off solar, or if it can run off the house power, it's just going to be a much nicer design that is not homemade. It's going to be produced in China, and that's where part of your money is going to go. Turn this into a mass producible product and much cheaper than I can make it.